In once-through boiler, the major differences between the drum type boiler is the evaporation system, the low load circulation system, and the separator. In once-through boiler, we have the low load circulation system. Excess flow over the once-through boiler is separated in a separator, and this recirculated back to the boiler directly by the dedicated circulating pump. So this is the low load with the circulation pump. So the circulation, this is the circulation pump. So this is the initial entry of water, and the water enters. Then we have the water which goes through the boiler, and here we have a vertical separator. This vertical separator separates only the steam, and the steam goes to the superheater, and whatever water is left out, the left out water again through the pump is circulated to the economizer. So this is what happens at low loads. Now when operating at full load, the economizer is there, and this is the water walls, or this is the boiler. And in the boiler, the entire water, like the at the inlet, we don't have anything like water. It is the steam at lower temperature. So steam at lower temperature enters the water walls and gets converted into steam at higher temperature. You have a vertical separator here. There are no two phases like water and steam. It is only the steam here, and it goes to the superheater. If at all any water is left, it goes to the economizer, but that doesn't happen in the full load. So this is the once through boiler. This once through boiler separates steam and water during the circulating mode operations, runs dry in once through boiler flow mode, and this is small size when compared to a drum uh, type boiler. What is the advantages? It is better suited for sliding pressure operation. Then the temperature of steam can be wider, load range under sliding pressure, the conservation of fuel resources, then a very short startup time and improvement in efficiency. So the supercritical power plants are the efficient power plants, and they are the power plants of the future. But there are some disadvantages, like because the pressure is very high, then there has to be a lot of safety precautions that has to be followed, and there has to be completely no chance for any error. So recently there was a blast which happened in June 1st, 2020 in the thermal plant 2 at Neyveli, and this plant was undergoing some kind of maintenance, dry maintenance, and because of some kind of safety precautions that weren't followed properly, this explosion took place, and so many people lost their life because of the explosion. If we see the newspaper and if we see the TV clipping, we could see the entire place was devastated because of this explosion. And this is a close to a 500 megawatt plant, and this is one of the biggest coal-fired boilers in Asia. So such a high kind of facility, because of some small error, it got exploded. And except for this, the supercritical boilers are a great advantage, and it saves a lot of power, and because of the efficiency, this can be used. Bunsen boiler is another example for a supercritical boiler. The only difference between a subcritical boiler and the supercritical boiler is the inlet pressure of water. The inlet pressure of water, if it is maintained little more than the 242 kg per centimeter square, automatically the water gets converted to water vapor at a low temperature. This low temperature water vapor is heated, so there is no latent heat of evaporation loss. So directly the water gets converted to high temperature steam, and lot of energy can be saved in this particular method. So thanks for watching.